Hello there everybody, it's TechnoJock back with another TechnoJock tutorial, and again this time looking at a little bit more Applied Energistics 2, and following on from the end of last time we are looking at some more channel management. In particular this time we're looking at peer-to-peer networks. We've got a similar setup to the last time. We've got our little miniature setup here with our main network, and it's connected up over to a remote area with a quantum ring. And this quantum ring has been maxed out. All 32 channels are being used up on this side with this ridiculous setup here. It doesn't really matter what these are, I've just got them set up with the Craft and coprocessors, but these could be anything. They could be interfaces, anything that's using up a channel on the network. But the end one here I've got is our ME drive, which does actually have a few little odds and ends stored in there. And we can have a look and see in here, sure enough, they're showing up in our setup, no bother at all, because everything's all happy, apart from the fact that now we can't expand on our network over here because we're using all 32 channels. Now we could set up another ME quantum ring thing, and it would take an awful lot of resources to do that. It's kind of pointless because we don't need to do that. There's a much cheaper and easier way of getting things sorted out, and that is the peer-to-peer network. So let's disconnect this just now, and we will connect up, and we'll disconnect this side as well, like so, and we will connect up this. We're going to just use a normal bit of smart cable, but that's only got 8 channels. That's never going to be sufficient to be able to transmit all the stuff that we want. Let's do something like that. But what we can do is we'll put a peer-to-peer tunnel on there, like that, and we'll take our memory card and we'll shift right click and copy the device configuration to the memory card, and then we can connect up like that there. Now let's come over here and we can get rid of this, and we'll use our bit of smart cable, and we will come over like that and put that on there like that. We will just right click on there, load device configuration from memory card, and then we can go like so and connect it up. Now much like when we did subnetworks the first time out, when we did our SSD thing, we realized that this kind of form factor of connector in the form of the interface that time doesn't transmit power between networks. So what we will need to do is we need to put on a little bit of quartz fiber cable there, and where's our, we'll just get a bit of white cable and come over like that, and we've got power going through there. That's come on saying that there's 2 channels being used because we've got a smart we've got our peer-to-peer connector there, and we've got our peer-to-peer connector here. We will also go that there, and then we will come up and do like that, and there we go. Everything is now connected up. I don't think we actually need that one. I think that would probably be okay because it's just this bit that needs powered. The power does actually go through the peer-to-peer tunnel, so this side is powered, and it goes through there powered, and I think it comes out the other side, so maybe we don't actually need that. No, it seems to be okay without it. So we only need it powered from one side. It doesn't need to be powered, but powered from one side, and it makes sense to power it from the side that has power. So there we go. We've got our peer-to-peer network all set up. If we come over here to this, sure enough, all of our stuff is available to us. So that's very handy. And now you'll see there's just the 2 networks being used, 2 channels being used there. We can quite happily come off here now. It does say that there's 2 networks being used through this, but we can put on, say, another ME drive, and that's now 3 networks are being used, or we could put on another peer-to-peer network. off there. That would be just as good, but what we would need to do, in fact we'll do that right now, and we'll say, we'll use a different colour, shall we? Will we use dense yellow cable? I like the yellow cable, it looks really good. So let's get our dense yellow cable, and we'll say that there's a bunch of drives connected up to that as well. So that would be fine. And we will come out here. Let's rearrange things a little bit here. We'll put that there, take that off, put that on there, and then we can have our yellow channel come up. And what one did we use? We used green there, and this green one can come out like so, and the yellow can come over, and we'll put our power there. Yellow normal cable, doesn't need to do like that, I'm just doing this for aesthetics. There we go, so that's powered, that's using 4 channels because there are 4 drives over here, and if we come over, take that out of there and put it into one of these, we should, in theory, I forgot. We need to copy the device settings there and then load the device settings there. And there we go. All of that stuff is now available. So there we go. So we've just got now 4 channels being used, but we've got 32 there, and we've got 4 there, and we could put on another 32, we could expand this out, so we've got 32 channels going through there. It doesn't matter how many channels go in, it only uses 2 channels on this side because it only needs 1 channel for that peer-to-peer tunnel and 1 channel for that peer-to-peer. So in theory, how many is that? That'd be 32 divided by 2. However many that is, 16. 16 of these lots of 32 channels, so 16 times 32, whatever that is in your language, then that's how many channels you could have going through each of these quantum link chambers by doing that. Very quick tutorial this time. I wanted to keep it just to the one subject. So peer-to-peer tunnels 101 is you can reduce all of your channels down into just 2 and then transfer them long distance. You could save yourself an awful lot of dense cable by having all of that stuff going into just a normal smart cable or even just a normal Fluix cable and then traveling over a fairly long distance back to your controller. You don't even need to have the quantum rings in this. I'm just using it because it's all set up that way. But those 2 quantum rings could actually just be substituted for just a normal Fluix cable, and as you can see, that could go a fair, if you've got a fair distance between your machines, maybe it's not worth doing a quantum ring, but it certainly would be worth doing a peer-to-peer tunnel because it takes very little in the way of resources once you're at that stage to be able to run a peer-to-peer tunnel over the length of your base rather than dense cable, which would end up being rather expensive. Anywho's, I hope that's been enlightening for you, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you the next time. Bye bye, and of course have a funs.